Hey there, welcome to the first status update about my challenge. I have shared some posts recently about this challenge, also some snippets of the things that I'm working on, like some sketches. I recorded a video where I explain in depth why I'm doing this challenge, so if you want to know a little bit more about the challenge, please watch that video first. In this status update, I want to talk a little bit about the roadmap, the different tools that I'm going to use, and also explain a little bit more in depth what those tools are going to help me create this fictional product, the fictional experience. So, let's go to the next slide. I'm just going to hide my face for now. I think that the whole challenge will take on about 4 months, maybe 5 months. Depends a little bit on how complex I want it to be. But November, the first month, will be about the story and the product. So a little bit of storytelling, concept design, but also creating the fictional product. Just to give you a little bit insight about the concept design, like why I'm doing this and what do I have in mind. Like I collected some nice visuals of 3D products that I really like and what I'm going to use for my concept design. So in the end, I want to create a fictional synthesizer, a modular synthesizer that I can use as input for the whole web experience. So for example, a synthesizer where you can work with sound, but also connect different parts and also design the whole interface and create a whole story around that product. So it will be all fictional, but maybe in the end, if it's a big success, it could be nice. It could be something in real life. I'm a music producer myself, so that's why that is why I picked this to create a synthesizer. But I really love 3D design. I love nice detailed interaction. So that's for me like a big reason to do this challenge. So the first month will be about concept design. Like what is it? Is it, as I told, it will be like a fictional synthesizer, but I will create something in depth in Figma and also gonna figure out who is it for, like who's the target audience and why does it matter. So I think I will use ChatGPT to create the story by using different prompts, using a storytelling concept to create like a fictional story about the product. I will also use ChatGPT for content creation, checking the copy, of course. Like English is not my first language, so I will definitely need ChatGPT to recreate some text copy for me. And I think we'll use ChatGPT for a lot of things, but this will be the main focus. Of course, Mid-Journey to create some backdrop for renders, maybe some visuals for the website itself. So for example, here you can see some renders that I made that could be really nice to tell the story on the website. And I also have read some articles where you can use AI to create textures and HDRIs that will benefit the rendering process in Blender. So yeah, it's quite technical, but I think I will make more mini status updates to go a little bit more in depth for each tool. Of course, I will use Webflow to create my own website. I need a little place on the web where I can document my whole process, share the things that I like, my thoughts, sketches, resources, tutorials that I came across. So doing a little bit visual development and hosting. So this will be something that I do parallel next to the whole challenge. But I already started with the website and it's coming together quite nicely. So I will also keep you up to date about that. And I think it will launch at least the end of November with some status updates and some sketches that I made during this challenge. I will use Figma to create the mood boards, concept design, but also to draw like the blueprint of the fictional synthesizer. So as you can see in the screen recording, I will use this to create a top view, a front view, back view, etc. So it's easier for me to create the product in the end in Blender. So Blender will be all about creating the product. I came across some nice tools where you can use non-destructive modeling to create awesome products. And this means that you can use different shapes to cut out some parts of a cube, for example. And yeah, it's a little bit easier for me as a non-modeler to create still like nice products that looks really complex. So that's also something that I will figure out. And everything that I come across, like everything that works for me, I want to share with you. So if you're interested in doing something similar, like a challenge, or if you're interested in Blender, yeah, I'm definitely going to share those resources. So that will be like the first month. So concept design, the modeling of the product, doing some geometry notes, maybe some motion design. But the main focus will be the story, the product, and my personal website. The next month will be about creating the foundation. So the storytelling part, really making it come together. Content mapping, what kind of content do I need? What story do I want to tell on the website? What are the different sections of the website? Yeah, so UI, the user interface, user experience mood board. So I will gather a lot of resources that helps me during the sketching process. And I also want to create a product promotion video. So everything that I've done here, like the modeling, I will use in the month of December to create a nice short promotion video. So it will be like a short video of maybe 10 seconds with different views of the product. And of course music production, because I will need music, or at least sound design, to make the product come alive. So I will use Ableton Live. I'm really familiar with Ableton. Like I'm also making music, like techno, house, etc. But I really want to use Ableton for now to create some sound design and cool background noise. I can see I didn't update the text, but that's no issue because this is just a status update. So the next slide will be about the last 2 months. So January will be all about creating the experience, like creating the website design, interaction design, so the animations, but also creating the lighting, composition, and rendering in Blender. And yeah, I think in the month of January, I think I can show the most visual stuff. And I will also use Cavalry to create some nice animations. So yes, I think some nice interface animation, as you could see here. Like I'm just going to quickly go to this slide. Like these small things that will be shown on the screen, so the whole product looks more authentic and real. And I think I also forgot to update the text here, but that's no big deal. The most important part of this update is to show you the roadmap and also a little bit more about the products or the tools that I'm using. In the last month, and it will be February or March, where I will deliver the experience. So visual development, micro interactions, interactive products, sound design, etc. So this month I will create the whole website in Webflow, using GZAP for some nice animations. And I think this will be a nice part because I really love motion design. And I think in this phase everything will come together into a nice interactive web experience. We'll be using Spline as well. This is just a simple concept that I made of a render that I shared previously in my Instagram. Also made in Cavalry, by the way, a really nice program. But with Spline you can import nice 3D objects. So I use Blender to create a little bit more complex product, so I can implement it in Spline and use it on a website to make it more interactive. So an idea could be clicking on a certain button and it outputs like a nice sound wave or something like that. Yeah, so overall a lot of products to be used or tools to be used, but I think this will definitely be an interesting experience also to people that are into these tools, but also want to explore what they like to create. Like the whole reason of me doing this is to figure out, okay, what do I love the most of the whole process? Maybe it's 3D design and in combination with Webflow, because in the end I absolutely love awesome web experiences. That is nice and but also functional. But these are a lot of different touch points that could be nice to add to my tool set. So yeah, if you have any questions, please hit me up. I will definitely put a link somewhere underneath this video, or like an email address or a link where you can contact me. And also a nice thing, if I'm stuck somewhere, maybe in Blender or in Webflow, I would love to figure out solutions with other people that are much further in the process than I am. So that will be nice to watch as well. So yeah, just keep in touch, or keep an eye on the things that I'm putting out. And if you have any questions, please hit me up. And until next time.